Hello YouTube, this is Bayu here with my new daughter. Say hi, get up you lazy bum. Say hi YouTube, I'm the new daughter and my name is Sofia Vergara. Yeah. Okay, bye, I'm gonna back to sleep. This is one of the two kittens that we got from my producer's daughter-in-law. We got it. She was less than 3 weeks old, just opening her eyes, and as you can see, they have grown three times their size. The one that we had before, didn't make it. He got some infection inside. I don't know what they ate. He ate, but we couldn't save it. Even if we gave him medicine, the proper medicine, he didn't survive. Okay, guys. So basically, what I want to talk today is this is the latest craze that I see around. The 1800 frying pan that they was $60 and $50. I bought that one for $4 something. The local high-end flea market. What's the proper name? And this is the one.
Antique.
Antique store. I've been sanded it down, but as you can see, it's not quite. I'm not quite done with the big one. I'm done with the small one. But to be honest, since I bought it so cheap, and I put it on the fire already to make sure that I burn everything that is not supposed to be here and make you sick. Bacteria, fungus, you name it. I bought some water. That's the best thing you can do to clear the new equipment. So I put a little bit of oil, just a drop of oil. And this was almost $6 and some. It's not worth the price, guys. I mean, it's a fad. They want you to buy expensive stuff, but you better off buying a new thick one that the handle is retractable. It lasts longer, it cooks better. So since it was so cheap, I bought it just to show you. You probably gonna burn the stuff because it's so light, and it's not. It would be difficult to fry an egg on this kind. Not because it gets stuck, but the heat would be so much in these pieces. So, if you were thinking about buying one, it's not worth the price. Oh! What are you doing, Lacey? You're gonna kill yourself. We don't want to lose you yet. Mama's gonna get upset at you. Okay, let's talk a little bit about geopolitics. The British are gonna have the meeting August 24th in South Africa, and more than likely they're gonna come out with the money to trade amongst all the members or groups that countries that want to join the BRICS. Mexico was on top of the agenda, and then due to the U.S. government blackmailing, then they pull out, but I don't know for how long. And the project that they're building, the Tren Maya, I think I spoke to you about that before, from the Pacific Isthmus all the way to the Caribbean is done. The railhead is done, 100% Mexican money, zero foreign investment, zero private investment. So it's a state-owned line. And now that is made, and China's building the deep water port, because this is where China going to drop the containers. They're going to drop the containers on the deep water port, link up to the train railhead. In Mexico, train are going to move it to the Atlantic, upload it to their ship, and keep moving. is going to be extremely fast going through the canal zone. And this is the part that the U.S. is complaining because they want the Mexican to stop that construction. Well, the train is done. The U.S. is not going to tell China not to build the deep water port outside the Mexico land on the water, because they understand that would destroy the idiots in L.A., in Long Beach. They are right now on the strike because they're asking for more money. They don't understand that the economic situation is bad. Just like the workers on the yellow trucking company went belly up. The unions are pushing and they don't understand the problem. And this project was developed quite a few years back, because we do have, not far from my house, maybe 15 miles, 20 miles, right outside Dallas, South Dallas, but not the bad area Dallas, Southwest Dallas, I would say, right off Highway 45. 45, right? Or 35? The parking lots for the
35.
35 from the 35 goes all the way north, by the way, all the way up to the border with Canada. And this is the sister. The sister is a little bit different, and she jumps a lot. Look, this one will not jump off the deck, but the little sister will do it no problem. So it will bypass the California idiots over there, and the Mexican will take their train, their railroads, like they do it with the GM cars, and they bring it over here to Arlington, the big SUVs. So that will bypass completely California and the idiocy of California. This is what California resents Texas. They don't know how to do business. That's what all the companies that live in California. And the expeditiousness of the railhead containers moving all the merchandise from the big ship in China and loaded up in the trains and coming to through North Mexico and Texas, it's going to be 3 times faster than leaving the Port Authority in Los Angeles or in Long Beach. And this is what the U.S. government is trying to start that, but they had no pool. They had no pool at all in Mexico. Oh, another bunch of idiots. And this is something that I wanted to talk to you right now. The leverage that the U.S. used to have before, when the Jews in power could sanction everybody and their mother and sister, that doesn't scare anybody else. Case in point, the African country that kicked the French out of there, and then they do the coup d'etat on the president. It was paid by the 3-letter organization to win the office. Everything is known already, but you're not going to find that in the U.S. news, because that's secret information that only if you're on the other side can understand. So the government take over, and then Nigeria, for all the countries, very loud, we're going to go over there, we're going to take over, we're going to start a war. And then the South African group decided that they were going to attack, and all of a sudden when Mama Bear says, no, you won't. You will have a problem with us, Ruskies. They stop. So this is what I want you to understand now, or I want you to hear me. You don't have to understand it. You can deny it too, I don't care. But reality is that nothing like the U.S. used to do before, manage and control and kill and put new presidents, is taking place no more. I got one member in my old all people clever say, well, you don't believe in one government power, one government controlling the whole world. Says, you must be smoking dope. And he's one of those idiots. No education. He said he got a master's. He's lying. He had nothing. I don't even think he's a high school grad, probably high school dropout. But this is the type of people that think that because they live in the U.S. is gifted by the gods, and they can do whatever they want. No, they don't. By the way, the U.S. just sent 188 tons of gold that China requested 6 days ago. Shh, that the U.S. prostitutes did not tell anybody. Now the problem is why, if it was 600 tons, you only sent 188 tons? Because we don't even have gold. The government. That's the bad part. So the economic reach, the economic sanction that the U.S. used to put on countries is gone. It's finished. There isn't anymore. So everything has changed for the West. Europe is broken, and to give you an explanation, the World Bank and IMF just promoted or moved Russia for number 8. They was on the agenda economic listing, the G8 to G5. So Russia displaced Germany and Italy. That's what they're 5. So any way you put it, you can see the economic problem that this nation is deep into it. And now you find people, they are trying to distract you with the issues and saying China is going to, China, it has more problems than the US, and yes, they do have some problem in the housing market. The Evergreen company, which is private, having some financial problems for the longest and went belly up. About 70,000 employees on the street because the owner is a female, Chinese from China, female, did not want to stop, think, and then act like a reasonable person. She just start building, and borrow, and sell the properties even before they were finished. She will be in jail sooner than later, because what she did is a crime in most Latin American countries. Actually, that's in Spanish it's estafa inmobiliaria. It's a well-known strategy that builders do. They tell you this: we're going to build here. There's a maqueta, the architecture thing, and how many floors. You want to get the left floor, you want to get the right floor, and then you put the money and you never get the apartment. And like what the Russians do that I like is the Russians sell the apartment when it's 3/4 done. This is the building, this is the elevator, the floor is not done, the showers are not done, but you take possession of the building and then later you finish the floor and the showers. It's a little bit cheaper. Or you want the company to build the floors and the shower, then you pay extra money for the apartment. But that's the way the Russians do business. That's why you don't have that kind of problem in Russia. Over here, you just pay 4 times the price of the apartment or the houses, and now you know the issues that we have here with the banks, Pluto. So, real economists, people in the business are telling you don't buy anything for the next 18 months. You know the problem with the car manufacturers, that outrageous prices, more expensive than the German cars, US made. It's like, why? This is US crap. We made it over here. Why you want $80,000, $70,000? What the hell you guys are smoking? That's why my 2 old cars, maintenance, oil change, transmission oil, you know, everything that needs to be replaced immediately so they don't fall apart. Because I'm not going to spend $80,000 on a car. I mean, you have to be retarded to spend that much money in a new vehicle. Though there are people that want to waste money, that's okay. I mean, let them be. But the rest of the population don't do that. That's what cars are not selling, especially Ford. And this is what you have to understand. You have to protect yourself now in these 2 years, 18 to 24 months. That situation is going to be bad. And I try to get food, as much food as possible. Beef is getting to be difficult. Oh, talking about beef. Tyson, the biggest meat packer in the USA, closed 4 chicken plants. Why chicken? Chicken is supposed to be cheaper than all the meat around, even cheaper than pork. Well, that tells you that people are not even buying chicken. So what are they eating? I don't want to talk about it. I really don't care. I'm not a government to worry about that. But when you got the biggest packing plant closes 4 of the biggest factory in the nation, we have an issue. And I don't care if the idiots, the retards in Washington lie to you all the time, you can see that we have a problem. So I'm not being on YouTube lately because very much is the same. You got the left, you got the right, you got the top, you got the bottom, everybody lying to each other, everybody telling stories. Germany is flat broken. I read that report from the World Bank and IMF. People in Germany are not eating like they were supposed to be eating. Okay, they skip meals. They don't buy chicken, they don't buy beef, they don't buy even the low-end type of beef like the shank or the cow. Now, we Latinos like to eat the shank or the cows in soup and boil the bone and put you to sleep after 30 minutes eating it because it have a lot of stuff inside the bone. And this is probably what a lot of people are going to start doing, learning how people from another countries they don't want to spend $18 to buy 2 little bitty New York steak or ribeye steak for the price you can buy 4 pieces, big chunk pieces of beef from the cow, the chunk, the leg, and this is better meat, better energy, better proteins than a steak. But then again, believe in dogmas. If you were born with that dogma that the steak is better than anything else, your head is screwed up. So start learning from other people. Okay, walk away from what the mainstream tells you over here. Start getting people from other places, how they eat, how they survive. It's not like they dying by the millions or by the thousand. We don't have that issue. And it will come to be over here when the stores started closing. The economic problems are getting worse and worse and worse and worse. I just told you, China got 188 tons of gold from 600 that they bought and they left it over here to trust the federal government. I'm glad that Texas, we got our own bank for gold and bullion depositories. I know some Yankee states are upset, but we had now 22 states that we pulled to us, and now they use gold and silver as a real money. So the facade has changed. Everything is exposed. You still believe those idiots, retarded, that will ruin you? Or you come to the left side when you only pay $4 for the piece of thing that they want to sell you for $60. Prove that you can get it cheaper, even if it is a copy. Still works, same principle. Same year, 1800s. And you save your money. You worry about your family. You protect your family. Okay, YouTube. Too much information for you. Maybe you get overloaded. Protect yourself. Watch what you buy. Don't waste your money. Make sure it's on you. Now that you know what I told you over 2.5, 3 years. Keep your money close to you. Now that you know the FDIC doesn't have money to pay the insurance, and telling all the banks to prepay I hate 2 years, and now the big banks are paying for the little banks, the insurance, because the little man had no money. I mean, it's no way to hide the mess. Only if you are blind and stupid, you still deny the facts. Protect the money, protect whatever you have. And if you have teenagers acting up, hey, put them to work. They're big enough, they have big shoulders that they can work. It's not on you anymore. It's on your family as a whole. Talk to you later. Be careful. Pay attention. Hey, lazy mom, say bye-bye. Say bye-bye, you too. Bye-bye. Talk to you later.